The main finding from the study is that by knowing what's going on in someone's brain as they're being exposed to a series of messages that have to do with quitting smoking, we can actually predict better than their own intentions and better than other kinds of self-reports how successful they'll be at quitting. We took a bunch of ads that was specifically designed for smokers who are trying to quit smoking, and we showed them to people while they were in an fMRI scanner, and then we compared neural activity while they were watching the ads to neural activity when they weren't watching those ads. And we looked at whether people who had increased neural activity in this particular region in response to the ads would also change their behavior more over the month following the scan.
Freedom from smoking.
The region that we're really interested in right now is called medial prefrontal cortex, and it's sort of right about here. It's in the middle of the brain, and it's towards the front. It's a part of the brain that tends to be involved in things like self-reflection, a lot of different self-related processes. The particular region that we're interested in is also associated with things like valuation, so trying to assess how much something's worth to me. In other studies, it's been associated with thinking about your future self, which is something that we're really interested in exploring further, given that a lot of the behaviors that we're investigating take place in the future. So it might seem weird or counterintuitive that the brain reveals information that people's own beliefs about themselves or their intentions to perform a behavior don't actually reveal. But this is actually consistent with a lot of behavioral research that suggested over the past several decades that we don't necessarily have conscious access to the factors that make us change our behavior. My collaborator Elliot Berkman and I have been really excited to sort of push forward what we're calling the brain as predictor approach. And a lot of people in social neuroscience right now are moving in this direction. But essentially what it comes down to is that instead of using the brain as the outcome, we use the brain to get leverage on questions that are really important to us, like what kinds of ads are going to be most helpful to people in helping them quit? What kinds of messages are going to result in the desired behavior change? My lab here at the University of Michigan is the Communication Neuroscience Lab, and we use techniques from a variety of different disciplines, including neuroscience, psychology. We use a lot of behavioral methods, and we bring together sort of the best of what all those different disciplines have to offer in order to understand persuasive communication primarily. Two of the things that I'm the most excited about are developing what we're calling neural focus groups, which would allow us to select among messages those that would be most efficient in, for example, changing behavior. Another avenue that we're really excited about right now is what we're calling the neuroscience of buzz, and it looks at whether there's a neural signature of ideas that are successfully passed not only from one person to another, but then spread through populations. We're especially excited about that because it has implications for making these kinds of messages more effective and more efficiently.